Hi! Hi! We're the Linda Lindas, and this is the first time. The first time that I think I stood up for myself was when Eloise and I wrote the song Racist Sexist Boy. This boy from school told me that his dad told him to stay away from Chinese people, and I told him that I was Chinese, and he backed away from me. First I was kind of confused, and I didn't really know how to respond. But then after talking about it with my bandmates and family, I realized how messed up it was. We had the idea to write a song about it for a while, but we didn't really do it until last year when the presidential election started, and we knew, this is the time to get that message out. When we actually wrote it, we were in quarantine, so Eloise and I wrote it, and we did it over Zoom. We did a 5-hour Zoom.
Eloise and I wrote the song based on that experience.
So this is about him and all the other racist, sexist boys in this world.
It really sucks that racism is something that's just there, and that we live in this white normative society that
it's normal.
Yeah, it's normal, and people are judged based off of their race. Really sucks.
Oh, let me think about that. I don't really know.
Okay.
This year, 2021.
Yes.
It was really weird to play in a library because, you have to be quiet in a library. But
Yeah,
it was really cool.
But at the same time, it was also the first real show that we'd played in so long. And so that was just a fun experience getting to practice and load the van and unload the van.
I never thought I'd be screaming, especially into a microphone in a library.
And when we first got the offer, we were a little bit confused. We were like, what?
You want us to play in a library?
Yeah,
Huh?
But little did we know,
It was so weird.
It
was confusing. I was like,
yeah, I was in history class, and I was my phone kept buzzing, and I was like, what's going on? People were calling me. And I opened my Instagram, and my whole feed is just of us, and I'm like, what the? This is so weird.
For me, I don't have social media, so I had no idea until Mila messaged me, and she went, Eloise, we're viral! And I went, what? What does that mean?
I didn't believe it either. I was like, no, we're not. That's weird. What does that mean? What does it mean we're going viral? Okay, we got a few more followers, but
It was wild and overwhelming, but in a good way, I guess.
We were so happy that we got a positive reaction.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's so sad that that amount of people can relate to what the song's about. We've all known each other for a long time. Mila and I are sisters. Eloise is her cousin. Bella, we were introduced to when we were 5.
Very little.
Very
tiny.
I don't even remember.
Little for me, because they're all older than me. I feel like we had the idea to be in a band for a while.
We did, actually. We never did it, though, because I don't know why we didn't do it, actually. We just kind of...
I feel like we were waiting for someone to push us or something.
We needed a push to start to actually do it.
And then Christian Control asked us to be in her girls' school project, Girls' School LA. And we did that with a few other kids. I feel like that was the push that we needed. And then after that, we were like, hey, that was cool. Let's keep going.
Cool, because we made so many mistakes on that stage, but even though we did, it was an amazing experience to practice, do a sound check, to get dressed up, to get on stage.
I think the idea of having fun and creating something with people that you like is really cool. So ever since I was a baby, I've always gone to punk concerts and the daytime matinees at Amoeba and stuff. And then when I got older, my parents started putting on punk shows to raise money for my school's music program. So I kind of grew up going to shows and making zines and making mixtapes. I've always known that I could be in a band. I would see Mike Watt, and at the end of every set he goes, start your own band. Start your own band! I was always like, yeah, I could be in a band. And So when the Linda Lindas came, I was like, yes, now I'm in a band. That's cool. Do it yourself and do what's fun for yourself and do what feels like true. Do what feels true to yourself and have fun while doing it and do it with really awesome people that you like. That's a really cool thing. We were a cover band first, and we kind of just chose to cover songs that we love and that we listened to and that we felt like we could play. Like we each picked some songs, like we did Germ Free Adolescent by X-Ray Spec. Bella chose Mystery Achievement by The Pretenders.
Every day.
Some go-go songs.
We did some go-go songs. We did Altar Sealed. We did Without the Beat. We did Cool Jerk. We've done a lot of go-go songs.
We've done some Ramon songs too, right? Like,
Yeah.
She's the One.
Yeah, she's the one.
KKK Took My Baby Away.
I Want to Be Sedated.
Beat on the Breath.
We didn't do that one, actually.
Oh yeah, we practiced that one, but we didn't perform it. Claudia Kishi. We wrote that song for a documentary on Netflix called The Claudia Kishi Club. Claudia Kishi is from the Babysitters Club books, and we already knew her from
She's an
the
Asian
books.
American character.
Yeah.
So that's what makes her cool. And she's not like the stereotypical Asian character who's all like smart and good at school and stuff. But she's really bad at school, and she eats a bunch of junk food. We really got the lyric ideas from like a draft of the documentary, and then we took ideas from that.
And we read the books and took ideas from there. And we used some of the outfits that are described in the books. And then we wrote a chord progression and it was cool.
We all have different styles because we all listen to different music, but when we started writing music, punk was kind of just a given because we wanted to write whatever we were feeling, and what we were feeling came out in that way, you know.
It wasn't like we chose punk as a
But it wasn't
genre.
like we had a hard time choosing punk as our genre either.
We did punk because that was a way that we could write whatever music we were feeling and write it, as we said before, in a way that felt true to ourselves.
Yeah, punk gave us a way to kind of write anything we wanted to write.